All right, guys, back with part two of my string gauge experiment where I'm going from 10s to either 8s or 9s. So this weekend I tried 8s on both my Strat and my Telecaster. We had a 6-hour rehearsal and I had 0 hand cramps, which was the first in a long time. Fantastic. It forced me to play lighter. They sounded really good. I had to boost the mids and the bass up a little bit on my cabinet, and also I raised the pickups on my Strat a little bit to pick up the higher strings. But other than that, they sounded great. The only issue that I had with them was on my Strat, the tremolo had a much harder time engaging, which kind of makes sense because there's less tension on it because it's, lower gauge strings. So I think if I were going to stick with them on the Strat, it's going to have to, I'm going to have to adjust the tremolo, maybe take a spring off. I'm not sure if I want to do that. But in all, I was very happy with them, and everybody thought they sounded great, which was the most important thing. They're not as slinky and easy to play as the Elixirs, I got to tell you that, because the Elixirs are, they're coated, right? So you get that slinkiness with them. What I did with the Ernie balls is I used GHS Fast Fret on it, which is like a lubricant, and that helped things quite a bit, actually. So I had no problems playing them with that. I'm very happy with that, and the main thing is no hand cramps. So the next step is I ordered a set of, or 3 sets of Super Slinky 9s. I'm going to try those on both guitars, because I do want to stick with the same gauge on both guitars, even though the 8s were great on the Tele. They sounded like really good on the Tele. I want to stick with the same gauge. So those will be here today. I'm going to string both guitars up with the 9s, try those out, and see if that helps the tremolo a little bit. Then I have to decide whether I want to go with Elixirs or I want to go with the Ernie balls. I think I'm going to end up on 9s. It's my guess. But I have to decide which brand I'm going to use. So, Elixirs are $15 a set. Maybe the lowest you can get them is 13. Ernie balls are 7. So they're, about half price. Probably have to change them more often, but I change my Elixirs often anyway, so we'll have to decide what we're going to do there. In any event, I'm looking forward to trying that out and seeing how that goes, and I'll report back with part 3 of my string gauge experiment. Thanks for watching, guys.